But we're going to go into the classics as well. We're going to go to the one that is called Barolo. And I have 2016 now. It's the new vintage that's coming out at Systembolaget the upcoming weeks. So yeah, tell us about this one.
It's Barolo time.
What sites and what defines? How would you describe this wine?
So I have a curiosity because the 16 is the first vintage where we decide to convert all our vineyard with the certification in organic. And in 2019, the 60% of our production is certified with a stamp in back label, and the other 40% is in the Harvest 20. So all the wine we have in the winery today is 100% certified organic, and we change in 16. The Barolo. Barolo is our most important thing because it's not only a wine. Speak about wine is very not true. It's important thing. People is the most important because only these 200 different farmer created the idea of the Barolo, repainted all our landscape and transformed in one of the most important UNESCO heritage in the world in 2014. Yeah. Barolo is people and not only wine, and then the grape, the exposition, the wine, etc. Barolo is born many years ago like a very difficult wine, too much rich in tannins, in aggressivity, fantastic to drink also after 20, 30 years. Today, definitely. The Barolo is a completely different wine. Maintain the capacity to aging 20, 40, and 50 years. And Borgogno is one of the most important producers to say this. But today, thanks to perfection of the characteristic of the fermentation, the aging, and also because the climate change, and this is another very important point, the Barolo can be possible to drink after 4 years and continue to drink for the next 50, and it's amazing.
It can. But if you would take us through when it comes to, the smell and the taste of this one, how would you describe it when it comes to the nose and the palate?
So, for example, we can compare No Name and this Barolo because same grape, same vineyard, little bit different style of vinification and the same vintage, 1616. The No Name before is much more fruity. You can find much more fruit and floral sensation. In this Barolo is much more fine, slow to exit in the bouquet, much more rich in the sensation of the spice because the permanence on the skin. So after the fermentation, the Barolo makes other 30, this kind of Barolo, other 30, 35 days in the contact with the skin. And we extract much more tannins. It's called maceration to the summer cup. Extract much more tannins, but in the middle of this operation, the wine relaxes some color and also structure at the grapes. And thanks to this, the Barolo become much more vertical compared
to the No Name.
The bouquet is amazing, and the tannin is much more rich.
And so impressive still, the sort of the silkiness of the tannins, because usually they can be quite rough, quite strained when it comes to Barolo that is only 4 or 5, 6 years old, but it's really a beautiful silkiness. What would you say is the sort of the classic food pairings for a Barolo like this?
So for us in Piemonte is the stracotto. So it's the vill cooking for hours, 10 hours, 15 hours. Also the ravioli al plin, so the fresh pasta with the veal inside. But if you drink the classic Barolo, so after 2-3 years post-bottling, you can fresh, like the salmon, or other kind of fish, fat fish, it's perfect, because you can compare to the simple, easy drinking of the Pinot Noir. It's not possible to compare the two wine, but the touch and the tannins is possible to have the same pairing food.